It's Week 13 of the 2025 season, and we'll see the Colts' superstar cornerback. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Colts and the Raiders, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. Great vision gets him across midfield. And they've got an inside field goal range already to begin the drive. He's out of bounds inside the 35.
I'll say it again, Kate. I love these new kickoff rules. This is exactly what we all wanted to see. All of us understood safety concerns with the kickoff, but we did not want to see this explosive, game-changing play out of the game, and we did. And in fact, in this one, we got to see it right from the jump.
Quarterback leading his offense to the field now as they get set for a new series.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the Colts 27-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
They go play action on 1st. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And it's their 5th-year quarterback leading the charge.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns had a lot more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
Option design here. And this one doesn't go far. Look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 29. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
They're going play action. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's a give up the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. He's going to throw this one. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 23. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here he is on 3rd and long. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Kickoff taken at the 3. The Raiders headed back out on offense as we get a look at their receiver. And this truly has been an excellent campaign for him, sitting among the NFL's top 5 in receiving yards. They've got first down from the 31. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing off the play fake here. It is caught left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Vegas first down. Looking for a throw here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders looking at 1st and 10. Pass play now. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Still sticking with the passing game. This offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Trying again, following the set. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. Collects this at the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. He manages 13 on this punt return. And it'll be Raider football. The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. And they'll need to be judicious in using that final timeout, Brock, but they still could put a scoring drive together before the break. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. 3rd and just 2 to go. Back now, pressure on its way. Avoids the sack. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. They won't gain anything on the run as time runs out in the first half. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Eddie Lacy strong in the victory as his guys move to 9-3 now on the year. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Hughes.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They'll throw to begin this drive. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down, Colts.
Simple dive up the middle. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking to the air here. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Good running here. He's across the 15. Scores. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts cut into the lead coming out of halftime. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
He's throwing for it! And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get you your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
The Colts and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
They're running the option, short side. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here's 2nd and 14. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Called in left side. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Got to stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 1st down.
So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Throwing now off play action. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And his short game gets them a new set of downs. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. Goal to go, it's a pass play. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Trying to find his tight end. And it'll be 2nd and goal, still a couple of shots at this one. Dropping back to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
We'll see what the Colts do facing a huge 2-point conversion attempt.
The Colts will
They'll try to run it in. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the fourth. Now a field goal would only tie this game. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the two-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a two-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, and to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That's taken at the 15. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. He picks up 16 on the good return. And the Colts will take over. They've got first down from the 31. Airing it out to start this drive. Catch made over the middle. It's a race down the right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got first and 10 inside the red zone. Option give here. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Colts only up by a few. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They'll try and take an option left side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Here's a give on first and goal. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Back to him on second and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Colts make it a 9-point advantage. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game.
Raiders 14.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here's 2nd and 2. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You were always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my whole cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision.
It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Steelers' superstar wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Steelers and the Browns, just ahead on EA Sports.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Almost teed up, Chris Boswell to do the honors. And off we go from Cleveland. Evans now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. Team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Finds the in route complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Hits him on the in route. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From just shy of midfield on second down. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Dump off caught by his back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on third down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Throwing this back in the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. He beams one deep right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers have it now at the 40. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have second down behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. It goes as no gain on the third down run, and now they face fourth down.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force fourth and long.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Browns returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. Third down coming up. Back to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Looking right, and he finds him. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
2nd and 1. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. He'll throw it yet again. Brought in along the sideline. No gain on the play, but an impressive catch all the same. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Here's Carter on the return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Browns going on offense here, very late in the half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they may be able to put a little something together here before halftime. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. From midfield now. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They're going play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get some late points and the lead. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his 3-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird? In the 3-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Well, maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know. But whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Steelers getting to take the field one more time here in the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 2nd and 3 now. From the 39. That one's cut along the left sideline. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. The Steelers calling their first time out. Here's 2nd and 11. Caught by Miller. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. Here he is on 3rd and long. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Browns make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. So it's halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top at the break. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, where you see the final score there. Eddie Lacy strong in the victory as his guys move to 9-3 now on the year. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the
Browns
other
on the team, and they will kick it away here. This return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, they'll run. Jukes one defender. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now. From the 47. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the line.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. He'll throw it. That's brought in by Miller. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Back to the well again. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first. They're set up at the 35 now. They go play action on first. Finds him over the middle. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. Man in motion, headed right. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Browns ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Blown back gets the handoff. He crosses the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 23. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Complete over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Setting up a throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Looking to throw. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
As much as that can help them breathe just a little easier on the scoreboard, it doesn't take away now any of the tension this defense is feeling. They're going to need to step up, come through with a stop right here.
In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They'll come out throwing. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And they make the tackle at the 38. 16 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Steelers losing by 7. New set of downs for him at the 38. To the air now on 1st and 10. That finds Miller complete. And they take him down right along the 30. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. That's taken in by Bell.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing the out route complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw. Shakes himself free. And he sails that one over the end zone.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Put the body on the line for his team. So a timeout's taken. Just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Setting up to pass. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. One final shot here. And with no time left, he takes this into the end zone. Down to their last breath, Brock, and now they can tie it or go for the win. I still don't think everyone has quite processed that touchdown as time expired, Brock, but they don't have time. They've got to make the biggest decision of the game right now. Do you force overtime, or do you go for this win?
Well, you said a key word right there, processed. And this is a process. You spend the week planning it, you got the numbers behind it, but ultimately, Kate, this comes down to gut and feel. I say it every time in these moments. You've had to use the last 4 quarters to make this decision, and it better not have been right in the moment. You better have made it before this drive began.
All right, so in overtime, Brock, we could see 1 possession or we could see 3+. If the team who gets it first scores, the game ends then and there. A field goal or less, and we play on, and their opponents get a chance to respond. And if we're still tied after those first 2 possessions, this soccer chick likes this. It's golden goal football, Brock. The next score would win. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Starting from the 5. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And they fought hard, not just against their opponents on the field, Brock, but the tens of thousands of opponents in the stands. And it's led him to a chance to now silence everybody here in overtime. And he'll get it up to the 44. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They'll try and throw it here. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
Looking to throw it. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. Punt team on the field. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Browns getting their offense out there. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complementary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes the stand, and the other side gets a chance to go win it. Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he put just a little too much on this one as it hits in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers' offense headed out. Each offense has had a chance to score now, Brock. Neither one could, so we're in a sudden death. The next score wins it.
And wouldn't it be great, Kate, if we saw one of these defenses just take a turnover back for the winning touchdown? Really just surprise everybody here. It'd be a little tougher to do now, though. Both offenses a little more settled in, and you've got to imagine a little more sense of urgency.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. To throw it on 1st down. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be unable to stop the clock again here in overtime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down. So through all the moments that could have tilted the scales toward one sideline or the other, these two teams play through overtime and still can't find a winner, as this one ends in a tie. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. What a game for our winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.